Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Angel Liz. So how's everybody doing out there? Hope that everybody is doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm getting a little better. Excuse me, not as congested as I was. So yeah, you guys, today we're just having some chicken tenders. I have some ranch, some honey and hot sauce, and I have some Capital City Mumbo sauce, and I have a little Samyang, just the regular Samyang, spicy, not 2 times. And yeah, oh, and ranch if I didn't mention that. And I'm just drinking this is a Raz Cranberry LaCroix sparkling water. No sugar, no sodium added. And I'm going to make sure I put this phone on silent so it's not interrupting the video. So yeah, you guys, what is everybody eating today? Whatever day it is, what are you eating? Whenever you watch this, drop me a comment and let me know. I'm going to go ahead and try it with this Samyang. This sauce has a good flavor, but y'all, it's just really hot. I do have my mic connected, but I don't have it on my body. Because to me, you guys, it's loud. And I don't want to make people cringe when they watch my videos. Hopefully it's picking up the crunches and stuff like that, but without it being gross, you know? Woo, that's hot. And I just finished cooking these, so you can probably see some steam coming off. I just wanted something that was no fuss to make and eat. You know, chicken with bones can be a bit of a headache to eat. Especially when you don't just pick it up and bite it. Because I like to pick through stuff, so. These are so good. Or does anybody have anything planned for the weekend? I know a lot of places are back on complete shutdown. Or phase 2, I should say. So I guess phase 2 is like limited hours and things like that. Knuckles. I really don't know what we're on here in Vegas. I don't know. All I know is that there was a news conference being done a few days ago, and people were really mad when the governor said that he was issuing a statewide pause, which means that businesses were going to be operating at 25 to 50% occupancy or something like that. If I'm wrong, correct me. But yeah, it is what it is. Sorry for sniffling, but been a little under the weather and I'm eating all this hot stuff. Well, it's just, you know, oops, sorry. I'm always shaking the tripod. There's just always a lot going on, and I just feel like sometimes we need to pause and take a step back from stuff that's not good for you. And even if it's something that's not necessarily bad for you, but it's just maybe something that's making you feel overwhelmed, or even somebody. Maybe you're having conversations with somebody that aren't really the nicest conversations, or people are saying things to you that you really just don't need to hear. Then pause, take a step back from it. And so many people are well intentioned, but sometimes they just say stuff the wrong way. And everybody's situation is so different, you know? And I think that when it comes to a person and their personal life, because this is actually my topic that I wanted to talk about. When someone is going through a rough patch in their relationship and they confide in you, they're not always looking for a suggestion. Sometimes they just want to talk. They just want to hear an opinion different than what they may think. They don't necessarily need you to try to fix their situation. And as women, I know we do that. We're fixers. We want to fix things. But sometimes it's just best to just be a listening ear and not, well, girl, you need to do, because we're inclined to do that for some reason. And I'm not saying that we give bad advice. I'm not saying that, but I just feel that sometimes people don't want your advice. They just they just want you to listen. So for me, what I had to do, and this is me personally, I have to shut my mouth and just listen. Because if you're talking, you're not listening. And if a person is just, you'll know the difference between, do they want your help or are they just venting? Because they'll ask, what do you think I should do? Some people will actually say, well, what do you think I should do? That's when you can offer a suggestion. I will say there are things that I feel you shouldn't speak on. When a person is having money matters in their marriage, or how to raise their kids in their marriage, and maybe they're butting heads with their spouse, stay out of it. Just tell them, make it a matter of prayer and leave it alone. Because the thing is that we're not in their household. We don't know all of the ins and outs. And maybe it's just something that's gotten to be a lot, and that's why they're venting to you about it. So it's just best to just say, you know what, just make it a matter of prayer and it'll all work out. and move on, because sometimes what works for your household might not work for someone else's household. And then you don't want to be that friend where they go back and tell their husband or their wife what you said. Because then they looking at you like, oh, is Angel a marriage counselor? I ain't know, because hers didn't do so good. She ain't even married no more. Angel needs to mind her own business. And I do. I stay out of people's marital affairs. Especially if you didn't tell me something and maybe I heard it from somebody else, or maybe we're on the phone and your husband walks in and starts talking about something that y'all were talking about. I'm staying out of it. I ain't got nothing to say. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get off the phone. Because I just feel that things between a husband and a wife are between the husband and the wife and God. Not the husband, the wife's family, the husband's family, the wife's friends, and the husband's friends. Because things get messy then. When too many people start getting involved in stuff. And truth be told, we all have friends that can give some really bad advice. And at the time, we might not even feel like it's bad advice. We might feel like it's good advice, but it really is bad. And you don't want to ruin your relationship behind getting bad advice from your friends or your cousins or your sisters or whoever. I'm so glad I got on a messed up shirt. But yeah, there are situations sometimes where people can have too much input. And I just feel like when it's your marriage, keep that between you and your mate. Unless there's something dangerous happening and you're trying to warn somebody, because it could potentially get ugly. Now that, let somebody know. So in case they get a phone call in the middle of the night, they know what to expect. But if it's just a situation where y'all just having some problems, keep it between y'all. And I had to learn that the hard way. That's why I can speak on it. Because sometimes you just need to talk to somebody and you don't expect people to just put all your business out there, but they do. Even when you say don't tell anybody. Well, what I learned years ago from my own mother, you don't want nobody to know. Keep it between you and God. That's really how it should be. Because you could tell somebody not to say something and they can't wait to leave your side so they can go say something to somebody else. What is it? Loose lips sink ships? Loose lips sink ships. So you don't want to make the problem that much worse within your marriage because you talking way too much about what's going on. And the person that you're talking to could feel like, could become upset with your mate and feel like it's okay to start saying any old thing about your spouse. And that's not okay. So the best thing to do is keep the qualms that you have with your spouse to yourself. That way you don't have to feel any type of way. And for the person that's hearing the problem, you can keep it like, how do I want to say this? When somebody comes to you and they're talking to you about something, have an unbiased opinion. Just know that you are outside looking in. You don't know both sides. And you shouldn't form an opinion because you don't really know. Now, we know there's times when people be out there doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. And that's when you have to make a decision on if you want to go and tell your friend what's going on. A lot of times that's one of the hardest things to do, only because it could backfire. Because they could decide that they want to work things out, and that, and then you've told them something that could potentially ruin their marriage. So I have just learned that when it's between, I can see your husband doing whatever and I'm not telling you, or your wife. I ain't saying nothing. And they can come back and tell you when the S hits the fan. Well, Angel knew, she saw me. She's your friend, but she didn't tell you. I sure didn't, because it wasn't my place. Because you was supposed to tell your wife, or you was supposed to tell your husband, not me. And that's just how I feel about it, y'all. I just feel like matters of a marriage should stay between the married people. Or maybe if you go to church, the pastor of your church or the elder of your congregation, whatever. But other than that, it shouldn't be spread amongst friends and family. Unless, okay, we get a divorce and I need to let everybody know, then that's okay to let everybody know, hey, look, we filed for divorce and we're done. That's okay. But if you know that it's not to that point and y'all just having some problems, keep it between you and him and God. I'm telling you, that's the best thing to do. Well, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. Drop me a comment and let me know what you think about giving advice and talking about marital problems amongst your friends and family. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.